Hi everybody, hope you're all doing well. I wanted to do a quick video today. Something I saw, I forget the name of the website, I wish I could give them credit for it, but the singer Lizzo, we all know who she is. I think she's won a Grammy, famous out here right now, and she talked about in this article how she wanted to promote or to normalize being fat. Maybe it's just the personal trainer in me, but there is no reason under any circumstances we should be normalizing being overweight, obese, whatever phrase you want to use. Under no circumstances should we as a society be accepting of you being obese. Most people who are obese either have some kind of a medical issue or they don't have the financial means to get quality food. I'm not going to bore you with all the statistics. We all know that a lot of the food, a good portion of the food in the United States is heavily processed, is genetically modified. We know that the government subsidizes, I think, 85% of corn or something like that. So you see something like fructose, or high fructose corn syrup. It's in a lot of drinks that they use because it's made cheaper than maybe like sugar and raw or something along those lines. But the reality is you either have a medical condition or you don't have the financial means to get quality organic food. The reality is we cannot, as a society, condone whether it's Lizzo or anybody else, because I don't want to just put her on Front Street. It just happened to be an article that I read. Under no circumstances should we be condoning obesity. It's one of the biggest killers in the United States, right up there with cancer. The fact of the matter is we have to stop this normalizing of something that is so terrible for your health, in particular in the black community. The fact of the matter is we need to promote. I'm all for body positivity. I know a lot of people think, oh, I'm body shaming people who are big. No, I'm not. What I'm saying is you need to take responsibility for your health. Okay, especially in these COVID times. We know that, I don't remember what the exact numbers are, but we know that a good portion, if not most of the people who went into the hospitals with a COVID-related issue, more times than not were overweight. And I'm not talking about body mass index. That's something totally different. I'm really talking more body fat percentage. Body mass index is kind of an outdated thing because people think that if you're 6'1", 200 pounds, that according to the body mass chart, that body mass index chart, that you are somehow overweight. We have to put things in a proper perspective. What are you using that weight for? That's the things that we should be asking people. Number one, what is your body fat percentage? How tall are you? How much do you weigh? And what do you use that weight for? Are you 6'1", 250 pounds with 24% body fat or 30% body fat? Or are you a NFL linebacker who's 6'1", 250 pounds and can run 40 yards in 4.5 seconds? There's levels to this. We can't put people in the same category. What are they using the weight for? How many offensive and defensive linemen do we see who post an NFL career of hitting each other and doing everything like that, go out of their way to make sure that they lose all that weight because they don't need it for their job anymore? They want to live long. We want people living longer and living healthier. We can't condone this type of a mentality, whether it's Lizzo or anybody else. We have to put into people's minds that getting into shape, you don't have to hire a personal trainer. It could just start out with a walk, cutting down on sugar, cutting down on greasy foods. I mean, most of it is what you eat anyway. The fact that I see a lot of people out here, and we I guess it's called fit shaming. We shame people who were once big who lost weight because they probably went to their physician, and the physician said you could lose a few pounds and it will be healthy for you in the long run. There's a couple actually. I think the one is Rebel Wilson, if her name is correct. I believe that's her name. She's an actress. She lost weight. She's not a stick figure, but she probably lost weight because she went to a medical professional who said, you could stand to lose a few pounds and it'll be good for you in the long run. And people, I guess on Twitter, and I was reading a couple things, were shaming her because she wanted to live longer and she wanted to be in better shape. It was the same thing with Jillian Michaels. She might have been a little bit coarse in the way that she said it when she was talking about Lizzo, but she's not wrong. You're not going to be that big forever and live a long, healthy life. I mean, for those of you who have grandmothers and grandfathers and elderly people in your lives, with all this information that you know, if they had it back in the day, they could live a longer, healthier life. A lot of those people are stricken by physical ailments, not even cancer or anything along those lines. Physical ailments, because we think that not I don't want to say shaming, but we think that telling somebody the truth, even though it might hurt their feelings, is a bad thing, and it's not. The reality is, there's a bunch of elderly people that I worked with who live long lives, and one of the reasons they were able to is because they went to their medical professionals, and they went to a health and fitness professional who helped them maximize those years. Do you want to be in your 70s, 80s, and 90s stricken to a wheelchair? That's not a way of living. You want to be able to take care of yourself. You want to be able to take care of yourself, and you want to make sure that you're maximizing all the years that you have, especially in your adult life. There are people in their 50s and 60s who can barely move, and then there are people in their 50s and 60s who ski, who run long distance, who lift weights, who play, senior basketball. I want people to get closer to that. I'm not saying you've got to have a six-pack. I'm not saying you've got to, unless it's a six-pack of beer, if that's what you're into. I'm not saying that you've got to have 4% body fat. Okay, those people at 4% body fat have, usually we're talking celebrities, have a lot of people who watch every calorie they ate, who make sure that they get plenty of rest, who they have a team together. And so the average person might not have the financial means to pay for that, but taking care of yourself is very, very important. And there's so much information out there. You can change. You can have a vegan diet. You can have a vegetarian diet. I believe there's another one called Presbyterian. You can adjust your diet based upon where you are in your mindset and in your life at that point. But we have to stop this nonsense of celebrating people saying that being out of shape, being fat, being overweight is a good thing. It's not. There's not a single study that I've ever seen scientifically, and don't change science because it doesn't fit what you're trying to do or what you're trying to convey. Science dictates if you're in good shape, barring something unforeseen, cancer, you have a heart valve issue, something along those lines, you will generally, and outside factors of course, that you will live a long, healthy, productive, physical life. Period. There is no other way around it. I don't care about six-packs and everything of that nature and diet pills. Put the work in. Get up and get out and get moving. Stop letting celebrities sit here and tell you that it's okay to accept yourself as you are. No, it's not. It's a good thing to be in shape. It's a good thing to want to live a long, healthy life. This thing in 2021 of just accepting anything as is, we have to stop this mentality. It's dangerous, and we can't deal with that anymore. We need people getting in shape for yourself and for the community.